Hey y'all, back again. I got 2 more Halloween DIYs. Okay, I'm pretty sure everything except the food coloring come from Dollar Tree. I couldn't find any of it at ours. But anyway, I think these are my last 2 regular Halloween things. And then I've got 2 things I'm doing for family when I get all the stuff. So, I hope y'all like these. Okay, DIY number 1 is going to be Frankenstein and his bride. I did them as a wreath. That's showing y'all everything I was going to use, but I don't end up using the lights. I thought it was, but I changed my mind. And I paint, and I didn't use those flowers either. I used different ones. There's them, and I put some of that cobweb looking stuff around the wreath. I thought that looked cool. And my paints. I thought I was going to use my copper again, but I changed my mind. White, black. I don't have the exact right color for Frankie, but it worked out. And I didn't know which red I was going to use. So, have them both out. Camera didn't have nothing to focus on. Oh, and I got some of that wire. That's what I'm attaching the cobweb looking stuff, or whatever that stuff is, to the wreath form with. Just putting it around enough places to hold it on, because I figure I'll probably use this thing again one day. It turned out pretty good. I fixed those loose places. Okay, I was tracing her out on a piece of white computer paper, so I could do in the part of her hair and her eyes and all that, make it color behind it. And her lips. Had to do those. Then I just cut it out with my scissors. Don't have to be too particular. I end up having to make it smaller anyway. I made a mess of things. I had to redo this thing 3 times, I think. You'll see. Right here. Mistake number 1. Those spots in her hair are not black. They're white. But I painted them black. So, yep. Mistake number 1 right there. And I did her eyebrows and her eyes. You don't have to be particular with this because it's going to be behind the board. And then I pick which red I want. And do her lips. It wasn't covering my pencil good, so I did it too much. Mistake number 2. It looks too cakey. But I just dry it a little bit and then set it aside for right then. That's when I figured out them wasn't supposed to be black. So I'm tracing it again, but this time on cardstock paper. No, that's still computer paper this time. Yeah, I told you I did this quite a few times. Cutting it out. Make sure everything fit. And then I decided I was going to paint them white on the paper just to make it look a little better. Figuring out where her hairline went, I looked at an old movie poster. And I painted her face white. That was the easiest part. This should have been a lot easier than it was. I was having a day, I guess, but I still like how it turns out. That looked weird, didn't it? So that's when I figured out that the lipstick was too bad. So I traced it again and used my Posca paint pen to do it, and it looks a lot better. Ends up working out a lot smoother and cleaner looking. Gluing that little piece of paper to the back so you can see the red through the front. See, it looks cute. Then I did the stuff for the eyes and the eyebrows. Got it on there. It looks good. And I put the hair part on. Mistake number 3 or 4, I don't know. Should have left that part off until I painted the hair. Because I'm painting it red, and I get some on that white paint. I tried to go with it. I thought, well, when our hair turns gray or white or whatever, it don't go all at one time. So I added a little bit more and make it look, it don't look good. You'll see here in a minute when I show it to you. I like the other part though. I just hate that I got it on that white. See, I tried to go with it, but it looks just messy. I'll come back to her later. Now I'm outlining Frankie on this brown piece of paper. I had no black construction paper or cardstock or anything. But brown ends up working okay. And then I cut it out. I finally realized I don't have to go around those bolts after I do this. That I just cut them off because you don't see that anyway. Now I was drawing in his hairline and painting it in. That part wasn't too hard. Do you ever have days like that where it just seems like everything is harder than it should be? I sure do. Now I'm painting his face. I painted the bolts. Mistake number 5. But I go back over them with black, so it's okay. I went almost to the hairline with my big brush, but then I decided I better use a smaller brush right up there close to it so it wouldn't mess it all up. Going in up to the hair up there. He's coming together pretty good. He was a lot easier than she was. I tell you, I had a time with her. There we go. I'll take my big brush and try to smooth it and blend it all in some. Now that I got it up to the hairline. Then I'm going over them bolts with black. They may be supposed to be silver. I don't remember, but mine are black. I like how it looks. And then I outline the hairline again to make it look better. And touch up any spots up there. Put his paper behind him. It was cardstock paper, so I had to add some hot glue. It wouldn't stick good with just a glue stick. He looked pretty good. Okay, back to Miss Thing. This is cardstock, white cardstock. I didn't paint it. I just cut it out and put it behind there. Looks a whole lot better. Now, figuring out where I want everything on my wreath. And I hot glued it to it. I had to keep adding more in different places to get it to do. It still wasn't perfect. But then I'll go on to Frankie. Get them both hot glued on there. They're holding, but they're not as good as I want it to be. And this is just for us, so it don't have to be perfect, but I don't want it to fall apart. So I'm adding some more hot glue. Looking for my little finger thing, couldn't find it at first. Okay. Keep adding more hot glue. Then I decided to add them little rope things back there and tie them through the middle part of the wreath to help hold it on. That makes it a lot more secure. I put a little piece of paper over them too, because I pulled that one up first. So I had to do it again. I put the piece of paper on it to help hold them down. And then it looks pretty cool. Actually holds better that way. If I was doing this for somebody else, I'd have to do it totally different or something. Okay. And we have that part. And I'm adding a few leaves and a flower up there to the top. I thought that color looked good with her hair. And I was going to add the lights, but I changed my mind. and decided to just go with some sparkly glitter vine thingies. But first I'm adding dots for their eyes, and I have to give Frankie some pupils because he don't have none. It helps it look better adding this just little bitty touches. Sometimes it's all you need. I dried those and then added little dots in them too. Back and forth around my chair. Don't take long to dry that stuff. Add my little dots and they look a lot better. Now I'm going to add my little glitter picks. I just randomly put them in different places. I think it makes it look cute. And after I do this, I put a little hanger on the back. And this one is done. I hope y'all liked it. It's not perfect, but I think it turned out cute. I like it. I'm hanging on the camper door. That's me and my husband right there. I did add a few little highlights to Frankie. He needed something. And there it is. DIY number 2. I'm going to make some potion bottles. My son made some real cool ones, but he used resin, and I can't handle the smell of resin. I have a mast cell activation. Y'all might not know what it is, but anyway, it's really bad. I can't use it, can't do the smell. So I used that body wash from Dollar Tree and food coloring. I'm painting the little palette thing there black, but I'm not doing it totally black. I wanted it to be like it's messed up some. So I just go over it real quick with my black paint and get it in a messy coat. It looks cool. I like it. It looks all grungy and stuff. Halloweeny. I didn't even have to do the bottom, but I did. Do the sides a little bit. And then I dry it. Found some spots still needed fixing, so I had to do that first. See what I'm saying? Today was just not my day, y'all. Everything was harder than it should be. Now I'm drying it. I gotta open up my food coloring and get ready to put everything in my bottles. So I'm going to start with red. And now, watch this, y'all. I left this part in real time. Watch what I do. That stuff just come out and went everywhere. And I had to clean it up. And then, even this time, I put too much in it overflowed. It was a day. It was a day. But we got it done. I add my red food color and just stirring it up with end of my paintbrush. I didn't have nothing else skinny enough to fit in there. Decided I wanted to add some glitter. It makes it look cool. And just put some in there and stirred it up. I think it looked neat. And I'll move on to the yellow. I didn't spill no more of that stuff, so that's good. I decided to do this one in sections. I don't think it made much of a difference, but I was trying to see. And my glitter. I just use the same glitter in all 3 colors. I think it looks cool. I like this color too. It looks sort of orangey. I like orange. I didn't have no orange food coloring though. Had to add a little more to the red one to make it up as high as I had the yellow one. That stuff just wiped right off my paintbrush. Guess because it's just soap. Now we're doing the green one. I used up that bottle and I put the food color in it. I should have waited because see it got on the side of the bottle. But I ended up getting it fixed in the end. Add more and put my glitter in. Stir, stir, stir. It looks cool when we get done. I'm filling that one up. Finishing it all. And I still had stuff on the side, so I put the corks in and shake them real good. That gets it off the sides. It looks good in the end. Had to shake and fiddle with the green one more than the others, but it ends up getting done. They look cool. Now I'm gonna figure out where I want everything on my little palette. I'm gonna add some lights. I thought about putting them on the bottom. Maybe they would glow up through it. But it don't really do it. It don't work. Not the way I was wanting anyhow. I set them on there and it just don't look good. So I changed my mind about that. And this side I'll just put them randomly around the bottles on top. That looks better. I think it looks pretty. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to put the battery pack on there and glue it down. Make sure I got it in the right place. Get it on there first. That's that Gorilla Glue that says it does glass, wood, and everything. So I'm hoping it does because that's what I used. We're going to be real careful with it though. We ain't got no little kids around here. If my great nephew visits, it'll be put up where he can't get to it. Just gluing them all down. It ends up looking cute. After I got them on there, I decided I'm going to add some of that mesh, spider web, whatever, cobweb stuff, whatever that is, netting. I don't know anyway. I'm adding it around there. I thought that made it look more Halloween-y. So I add it all over the thing. I cover up the battery pack with it. That's one of the main reasons for using it. So you can't see it, but I can still get in there and turn it on and off. Get that done first, and then I put it everywhere else. And then I just arrange the lights around till I like them. And I think it turns out cute. I think these are going to be my last Halloweens. I got two things. One thing I want to do for my great nephew and one for my brother, but I'm waiting on some of the stuff. And I'll probably do a video about them, but it'll be later in the month. So I'm going to do couple other fall Thanksgiving things, and then I'm going to start Christmas. I got some stuff I got to do for Christmas. Thank y'all for watching my video, and thank you for my new 2 subscribers I got from my last video. If you like this one, please subscribe. I'm trying to raise my number up there. I still got a way to go for 1,000. I appreciate every thumbs up and every subscriber. I'm fixing to show you what this looks like. There you go. Like I said, now I'll just add the lights around every which way. And I'll show y'all some pictures here at the end in a minute. But again, thank you so much for watching. I sure do appreciate it. I've had fun doing these Halloween DIYs. So I'll talk to y'all later.